Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Here to preview Inter versus Napoli, but of course we are still feeling upset, sad, angry, disappointed from that Champions League exit against Atletico Madrid. Still, the match was there for the taking. That feeling that Inter could have done something, and especially seeing that Atletico in the next round now in the quarterfinal will be facing Borussia Dortmund. I know, and I think a lot of you know, we could have eaten this Borussia Dortmund team alive. So the regret and the pain is still there. But of course, mission, second star continues what we've been obsessed with the whole season. Since Conte's 19th Scudetto, we've been wanting to put another star on Inter's badge. And that will be the focus. Back again now. Every other dream is dead. No more Coppa Italia, no more Supercoppa. Well, we won the Supercoppa. And now it's all focused on the Scudetto, which, we are cruising towards with a plus 16 on Milan at the moment, who are in second. And we'll be facing tomorrow the current champions, guys. Embarrassing. The current champions are currently in 7th position with 44 points. The worst title defense ever. Statistically, factually, embarrassing from Napoli. And I'm really angry with them because Milan last season had the worst title defense in history until now. So I'm angry with Napoli for ruining that, because I just love rubbing that into the Milanisti. The fact that they had such a awful, embarrassing title defense. But it is what it is. Oh, by the way, I was invited on a Milanista channel, Milanisti 360 channel. I put the link in my community tab. I did a post on this, so make sure you check them out, especially if you are a Milanista watching this. Check them out. Nice to always chat with the cousins, especially when things for us are going well, even though, of course, last week or so hasn't been so good. But anyway, let's talk about tomorrow's game, 7:45 p.m. kickoff time, Sunday night at home against Napoli. Last season, we beat them, if you remember, Dzeko with that goal. So recently, good memories of this Napoli game at home. Did you expect rotations? Because I did. Inter, went extra time, penalties. Mentally, the guys will be tired. Physically, would definitely be tired. So I was expecting some rotation from Inzaghi on this one, and it looks like there isn't. There were some predicted lineups that came out earlier today that had Mkhitaryan resting, which never happens, and you can see it's been updated, and now Mkhitaryan is starting. There's also some reports are even indicating Buchanan starting, which again, very, very unlikely. But I would, especially like once the title is secured, Inzaghi Buchanan needs to be playing regularly, get accustomed to Italian football, Serie A, Inter style of play, everything, get him playing. And also, I know he's played him a lot on left wing back, but play him right wing back too. Like we need, especially if we sell Dumfries, we need to know that Buchanan's accustomed to both sides of the field. But it seems like at the moment Inzaghi sees him only as a left wing back for some reason. Elsewhere, good to see Bisek at least rotating in for Pavard, and Acerbi, of course, starting for the Vrij. And by the way, now I hope people know there are still some fans of the Vrij, but I think that match against Atletico now you can see why Acerbi has been the start. Since Acerbi's come in, he is the starter in the center of the three, unless he's injured or suspended or has some sort of not 100% fit, which is I think why the Vrij started anyway against Atletico, because Acerbi wasn't 100% fit. On the right wing back, I don't really understand the obsession with Darmian at right wing back anymore. Again, start Dumfries, especially if you're looking to sell him. Try to get as much money for him as we can, or start to integrate Buchanan. And then midfield, no rotation. There was rumors that Hakan, Barella were especially tired after the game. But I guess Inzaghi is probably going to play the strongest lineups now until the Scudetto is mathematically secured, which I don't blame him for that either. But I do want to start see some more rotations now, especially like after it's secured. I want to start to see some Primavera players also playing. Up front, Ram Martinez, who obviously have some blame for our exit, especially to Ram with those chances he missed. But I do trust him to continue in Serie A, and he needs to get some goals. And for Lautaro, obviously, he needs to get his goals to try and at least get to the Immobile Higuain 36 goal record, which I've been saying since the start of the season. Even when he's been on those crazy runs, I think he's going to end up. I think he's going to reach 30. I think he's going to finish on 30, 31 goals, but he's not going to get to anywhere near 36. And especially now we've got 10 games left. And I don't think he's going to go above a game a goal rate, especially if Inzaghi starts to rotate. But still, some things to look out for and interesting. As I know some people are starting to say season's over, they're not interested. I'm still interested, especially if, as I say, Inzaghi rotates a little bit more because I want to see some players more. Our style of play is still good to watch, and I think judging by this Inter team, usually losses elevate this Inter team. So I wouldn't be surprised that we go on a mad run to secure the Scudetto and try to beat those 100 points, 103, 105 point records for Serie A as well. So to me, I'm still very much interested. I'll be tuning into every match that I can for Inter. You guys let me know. I know it's a split opinion in the fan base that after that Champions League exit, no one's interested anymore. Yeah, we know Sensi, Augusto, Arnautovic, Quadrado still out. There's also rumors that Sanchez may start ahead of Thuram, but yeah, I would go for Martinez, Thuram, and then you can always sub in Sanchez in the second half. Quickly looking at our record against Napoli recently, you can see, as I said, last time round away we beat them 1-0. Oh, sorry, no, this is the Supercoppa, but yeah, we beat them 1-0 in that final. Then we beat them 3-0 at home. Obviously, that was the Mazzarri Napoli. And then they beat us last season on the Spalletti 3-1 at their home. But yeah, at home, again, that Dzeko goal I mentioned, 1-0. And then previously we beat them 3-2. So we got a good record against them at home. This Napoli under Calzona, so the third coach they've had this season after Rudi Garcia and after Mazzarri. This awful Napoli season has now ended with Calzona, who used to be Sarri's assistant, if I remember correctly. Was it Spalletti's assistant or Sarri's assistant? I can't remember. But anyway, he's never been like a head coach apart from Slovakia, who he was coaching, and he's still coaching actually, part time. Still a good lineup, it's still pretty much the same team that won the Scudetto last year, which is the funny thing. But now you see the real level of these players have probably regressed to the real level. Guys like Rahmani, I mean, we all know about Juan Jesus. We were trying to tell Napoli fans about him, but he was proving us wrong until this season. Now they know what we were talking about. Di Lorenzo, who was probably best right back in the league, has now become a mistake-prone right back as well. The midfield is nowhere as good as it was last year. Ahmed Traore, interesting signing, a guy that I've always had eye for Inter as well. Playing in the position that I've been saying that he should be kind of transitioning into, because he's been playing a lot as a winger in his career. Sassuolo, if you guys remember him, scored against us as well, and Empoli's scored against us. So he's gonna go. Actually, yeah, just thinking about it, he's gonna go a goal scoring record against us, Traore. His move to Bournemouth never worked out, so he's there on loan with an option at Napoli, which I doubt they will take. But guy to keep an eye on for sure. And obviously Kvara, even though Napoli's had a bad season, he's actually had a pretty good season. He was being called a one-season wonder, which I still probably feel like a certain extent is probably right that he's not hit those heights, but at the same time the team hasn't. And it's showing as Raspadori starting ahead of Osimhen, which is interesting. It says in dubbio, so he might be having a little injury issue, which happens a lot to Osimhen. But yeah, at home Inter, we should be making mincemeat of this Napoli team. They were awful against Barcelona. I watched that game. They had their chances too, but Barcelona cut them open very easily, and I expect that this Inter team, yes, there might be some fatigue and some tiredness in our legs, but we should be making mincemeat out of this Napoli team. So my prediction is a pretty comfortable again, because of the fatigue and tiredness and maybe some leftover doubts from the Atletico Madrid game, I can see us having only like a 2-0 win. That's my prediction for this game tomorrow. Predicting a goal scorer would be, I'm going to say Thuram to score, Lautaro, and then Frattesi comes off the bench and scores one. That's my prediction. You guys let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are for tomorrow's game prediction and how you're feeling in general after the Atletico Madrid loss. How are you feeling about the rest of the season? I hope you will be on this journey of the second star mission journey with me, alongside me, because I'm going to enjoy every single step whilst we get that second star stitched onto our badge. And I will be here every game to react to them if I can. And of course, I will be here to celebrate with you when we win that Scudetto. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow for the post-match reaction. Ciao ragazzi. Always. Forza